Please be sure to subscribe to the channel to update the fastest and most accurate news. Hello everyone, welcome back to my Royal Life News channel. The story for today is Donald Trump has sensationally called for the Queen to strip Prince Harry and Meghan of their royal titles in a world-exclusive interview with Piers Morgan. The former US president also said Harry, who quit royal duty to live in the States with Meghan, was the most whipped man he has ever seen. The full interview will air on the premiere episode of Piers Morgan Uncensored on Sky News Australia, Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. In the interview, the former US president predicts Harry will crawl back to London once Meghan has dumped him. Trump also tells Piers about his love of the Queen, and how he was wrong to storm off Good Morning Britain. Donald Trump: I'm not a fan of Meghan, and I wasn't from the beginning. Poor Harry is being led around by his nose. And I think he's an embarrassment, and I think when she spoke badly of the royal family, but in particular the Queen, I met the Queen. It was supposed to be for 20 minutes, Piers Morgan, I saw you just after you saw her. DT, right, it was supposed to be just a quick meeting. And it was beautiful. The pomp and ceremony, nobody does it like the English. I don't know what it is. But nobody does it. PM, we have a certain style. DT, but I met her and it turned out to be more than an hour, substantially, because she liked me and I liked her and she let it be known. She liked me and I let it be known. PM, I've heard other members of the royal family told me they enjoyed your company. DT, we had a great time and then they honored the United States, but they honored me that night, which is really the honor of the country, and it was at the top level. And I sat next to her and we talked the whole night. And somebody said, we've never seen her smile so much. We had a great time. She was laughing and smiling. They said they've never seen her have such a good time at a state dinner. Normally they're a little boring. Okay, this wasn't boring. PM, here's my issue with it. I think that they've quit the country, they quit royal duty, they're living in luxury in California. They want to use their royal titles to exploit them for massive financial gain, without any of the duty that comes with the royal titles. I don't think you can have your royal cake and eat it. That's my argument about it. DT, sir, I want to know what's going to happen when Harry decides he's had enough of being bossed around. Or maybe when she decides that she likes some other guy better. I want to know what's going to happen when it ends, okay? They won't last. PM, you think it's gonna end? DT, I do. I've been a very good predictor, as you know. I predicted almost everything. It'll end and it'll end bad. And I wonder if Harry's gonna go back on his hands and knees back into the beautiful city of London and say, please. I think Harry has been led down a path. PM, when I heard he wasn't going to Prince Philip's memorial. DT, terrible. PM, I couldn't believe that he would not go to that. He was at the Super Bowl. He was at a Texas rodeo. But he couldn't find time to get on a plane. Terrible on memorial. DT, it was a terrible thing, many terrible things that might have been, as you mentioned, that might have been the worst of all, because he was, like her. He was a tough cookie, too. I remember years ago, Prince Philip came to New York, and we were in the Plaza Hotel. And there were many people wanting to meet him, and we were all taking a picture with him. Many people and the photographers said, I'll never forget this. He was tough. The photographer said, please move back, there were like 30 of us. And he said, no, you move back. And that was simple. I said, that's pretty good. This guy's tough. PM, when he died. I think it was a devastating moment for the Queen. DT, I think they had a great relationship. But he was a strong guy and never forget a little moment, right? And he just said, no, you move back. And he didn't say it in a nice way, because the photographer was pushing everybody around a little bit foolishly. But I thought it was terrible when Harry didn't go to the memorial of Prince Philip. Yeah, I think the Harry situation is going to unfold in a much different way, strip their titles. PM, if you were the Queen, is it at the stage now, would you remove their royal titles? DT, I would. The only thing I disagree with the Queen on, probably one of the only things ever, is that I think she should have said, if that's your choice, fine. But you no longer have titles, you know, and frankly, don't come around where you're just because her loyalty is to the country. She said that many times. Her loyalty is to the country. And I think that he has been so disrespectful to the country, and it's a great country. I own a lot of things there. I own a place called Turnberry, and in Aberdeen we have Aberdeen is beautiful, the oil capital of Europe, and I own things there, and I love that country. It's incredible. In Scotland, I love Turnberry, I love what I did there. I built things there. Harry is whipped, DT, Harry is whipped. Do you know the expression? PM, I'm familiar with the phrase. DT, I won't use the full expression, but Harry is whipped like no person I think I've ever seen. PM, the most whipped man in the world. DT, I dunno, that's gonna be a big one, but he is a whipped man. PM, let's talk about censorship. My show is called Piers Morgan Uncensored. Okay, you like the title. DT, I like it. Yeah, very much. I know you very well, PM, you've known me a long time. DT, it's a good title. I don't think you can avoid it. No, so it's an accurate title. I don't think if they told you to behave yourself, you can't, so it's probably a very accurate title. PM, I chose the title because I lost my last job. DT, yes, I saw that. PM, the Good Morning Britain show. You overreacted. DT, I thought you overreacted, by the way. PM, well, I'll tell you what happened. DT, the guy was a stiff. PM, it wasn't actually about the walkout, so here's what happened. DT, you made it about him. PM, you're right about it. But here's what happened. So I watched the Oprah Winfrey interview with Meghan and Harry, and I'm angry watching it. DT, and you were right to be. PM, I thought the attacks on the royal family were disgraceful. DT, I agree. PM, and unsubstantiated. DT, by the way, I agree with you. I'm a big fan of the Queen. PM, so let me ask you what you would have done. And so then, it turns out Meghan Markle writes to my boss, at ITV, and basically demands my head on a plate. And the next day, I'm told, I've either got to apologize for disbelieving her, even though it was clear she wasn't telling the truth, or I had to lose my job. Now what would you have done? DT, I would have left, but I wouldn't have attacked the weatherman. He wasn't worth it. PM, I didn't attack him, I left the room. You attacked him. DT, no, you attacked him. He attacked you, and then I would have handled differently, but that's okay. PM, would you? I've known you for a long time. Would you have apologized in that situation? DT, well, I thought you were right about the thing. I just didn't like the way you handled it. Is that okay? PM, I think you're not wrong about, I shouldn't have walked off. DT, I don't know if you're gonna leave this on your interview. PM, we're gonna leave it in the interview. DT, okay, I mean, I don't want to insult you. PM, the show is called Piers Morgan Uncensored. You're allowed to have your opinion. The full interview will air on the premiere episode of Piers Morgan Uncensored on Sky News Australia, Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. That is all for today news. Please make sure to leave your comment and subscribe the channel below for more news update.